everyone, I'm here with an unboxing video. I have the Moon Oracle to unbox. I got this recently at my local bookstore. I like to support my local bookstore if I can. If they have, something I'm looking for, I'd rather buy it there than buy it, from some of the other mail order type companies. Not that I don't, of course I order from those things, but I like to be supportive. So this is a deck that I actually had back, I would say like the early 2000s, maybe the late 90s. And I ended up, giving it away at one point. And then I saw that they've done a reprint. And I think I just appreciate this deck a little bit more now than I do when I was younger. So let's check it out. It was really hard to get the old one, and then now they've, like I said, they've done a reprint, which is really, really nice. I don't remember it being originally in a box like this. I feel like it was in a smaller one or something, but maybe I'm wrong. So it says, Lets the Phases of the Moon Guide Your Life. This is kind of a different deck because it's got phases of the moon in the different elements. It's got cards for the moon in each of the signs. It's got a goddess for them, and then it's got what's called the what's it called again? The mansions, the 28 moon mansions, which is where they divide up the zodiac wheel into 28 parts. I don't think they're even parts too, and they all have different meanings. So I'm really curious. Like I said, I had this years ago, and I think I didn't really understand it at the time or get it. So I ended up giving it away to someone. Oh, okay. They've got so it slides out. This is the box. It slides out. There's no cards in here because they gave me the cards separately this time. Good. Because they have problems with theft with the cards, so they have to put the cards behind the counter, which sucks. This is the book. It's a nice full-size book. It is, how many pages? It's just over 100 pages. They do have moon tables at the back, I guess, for looking up certain things. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So we've got our introduction where it talks about the moon cycles and the elements. There's a table with the moon phases in it. The astrological signs, they've got a table with all the moon mansions in it. And then they've got each of the cards, they've got a black and white thumbnail. They've got some information about it for each of them. So there's, quite a bit of that. Full pages for each of the goddess cards. There's 72 cards, I think they said, so it's a fair amount of cards in this one. And then we've got the moon mansions. There we go as well. Pages for each of those. And then at the back, they've got some how to make a reading. So different types of spreads. So you've got your, your 5-card cross there. You've got a 7-card reading. You've got a Celtic cross. And then they've got the moon tables at the back. So I'm kind of curious, to read about this and kind of get reacquainted with this book and just see what I think about it. Now let's get to the cards. Okay, the cards just had a sleeve on it, so I had to really resist, taking it off. Anyway, so it is a little bit larger than your standard tarot deck, but not much. It's very silvery. I love the back. I love this kind of, looks very Greek, like Greek pottery there. So I've got this silvery back. Cardstock is kind of, makes me think of Llewellyn, maybe a tiny bit stiffer, but it's good for shuffling. It's got that kind of laminate, so it's a little bit slippery, but it'll be good for shuffling. So we've got first, I won't show you them all, but these are the ones. First there is the moon in each phase, and they are in each element. So this is like a fire crescent moon. We've got waxing gibbous. There's a fire full moon. Disseminating last quarter balsamic, and then we've got the black moon. Oh, pardon me, I'm sneezing on camera. And then they do the same thing for Earth. The Earth cards are all green. It's a gibbous Earth card. Just full disseminating last quarter balsamic, waxing earth moon. And we got the black moon. Then we've got air. Air is yellow. Surprise, surprise. And again, we go through all of the phases as well. And then we've got water. And of course, water is blue. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 phases of the moon for each of the elements. So there are 32, 8 times 4 is 32 cards that are just for the phases of the moon in the different elements. And then we have the moon and in each of the signs of the zodiac. So we have for Pisces, we have Ishtar. For Aries, we have Artemis. For Taurus, we have Venus. Gemini is Athena. Hera, Cancer. Isis for Leo. Demeter, Virgo. Gaia for Libra. Lilith for Scorpio. Kali, Sagittarius. Hecate for Capricorn. Freya for Aquarius. And then we go into the moon mansions, which are, like I said, the zodiac wheels divided up. So for example, the house mansion 1, moon mansions, I don't know a ton about, but I do know that they're a very old astrological system. Volcano, which is 0 degrees Aries to 12 degrees of Aries, is volcano. And then we go on, next one is musician, 12 degrees to 25 degrees of Aries is musician. 25 degrees to 8 degrees of Taurus is palace. So from what I remember, they're not all even. I'm not really sure what the mindset is behind the mansions, the moon mansions. I think it's Babylonian. It goes way, way back. But there's different ones for each. So you could look at where the moon is, what mansion it is, and get an idea. So you don't necessarily have to read, I think, with these cards like you would with like Tarot Oracle, although you can just sort of follow the energy of the moon as it goes through the cycles each month. I do like the artwork in here. Very different. The fall altar. Kind of have like an Art Deco kind of look to them. They make me think of like 1920s, 1930s art a little bit. Okay. We have the door. Two paths. What else do we have here? Confession. Like I said, I'm not going to show you all because in case you get these, you want to be surprised. Rebel. And 28, we have the Sleeper. So I'm really excited to work with this deck, and I'll let you know what I think. If you have this deck or you've had this deck, please let me know what you think. If you have the original, what do you think of the reprint? I feel like the original cards were smaller. There was a book was smaller and the box was smaller, I feel like, but I don't remember exactly. Like I said, it was a long time ago. I didn't really connect. I was giving and I gave these away, but now I'm really looking forward to working with these again. So let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Peace, love, rock and roll.